This week, as I said just a minute ago, is the second Sunday in a time called Advent in the Christian tradition in which I grew up. Advent is the 4 weeks that Christians set aside to get ready for Christmas, when they celebrate the birth of the baby Jesus. Advent is a time of preparation, waiting, hope, and anticipation. And I love it. Today, I am excited to share with you the story of Advent as told in our Spirit Play class last week. Spirit Play is our religious education class for our youngest kids that are in class, pre-K through first grade, roughly. Each week, the lesson centers around a story, many of which come from the different religious and cultural traditions of the world. And they are told using story baskets with beautiful props, often made by hand from natural materials. Thank you to Galen Pierce for creating the props for this story basket, and Rebecca McGovney-Ingram for telling our story today.
This story is actually 4 different stories about people on their journey. Let's get ready to take the journey to Bethlehem. But who will show us the way? The prophets listen to messages from God. Prophets are people who know the most important things. So they can show us the way. The prophets were the only ones who knew that someone was coming. Someone who was so different and would make everything else different. They pointed the way to Bethlehem. Stop, watch, pay attention. Something incredible is about to happen. This is the light of the prophets. Let's enjoy the light of faith. Who else is on the way to Bethlehem? Mary and Joseph are on the way to Bethlehem. They can show us the way. They have a secret. An angel came to them and said, "Do not be afraid. Be joyful. You will have God's special son. You will name him Jesus." Here is Mother Mary. Here is the father Joseph. And here is the donkey. They are on their way to Bethlehem, where Jesus will be born. Mary was about to have a baby. It is very hard to walk when you are about to have a baby. Sometimes she could not take another step. Then she rode the donkey. It is also hard to ride a donkey when you are about to have a baby. When she couldn't ride another step, she got down and walked. This is the candle of the Holy Family. Let's enjoy the light of the Holy Family, the light of hope. It reminds us not to be afraid, but to be joyful on the way to Bethlehem. Who else can show us the way? The shepherds are on the way to Bethlehem. They can show us the way. They have good news too. An angel came to them and said, "Do not be afraid. Be joyful. Today, a special baby is born in Bethlehem. You will find him lying in a manger. Here is the shepherd and his sheep, who are on the way to Bethlehem to see the special child who was born. This is the candle of the shepherds. It reminds us of the good news. Jesus, a great teacher, is born. Let us enjoy the light of the shepherds, the light of love. But who else can show us the way? The Magi are on the way to Bethlehem. They can show us the way. The Magi saw a special star in the sky, a star for a king. They followed the star to Bethlehem, bringing gifts for the newborn king. Here are the Magi. This is the candle of the Magi. It reminds us of their gifts and of God's gift of the newborn baby. Let us enjoy the light of the Magi, the light of joyfulness. There is one more person in our story to show us the way. This is the card of Christmas, the day we will celebrate the birth of the baby Jesus, the day he got his light. Today, we are all at Bethlehem to greet the new child, who Christians believe is the Son of God. Jesus is a light for the whole world. This is the candle of Christmas, the day that Jesus got his light. Each night, every night of the year, a special child is born, and light shines everywhere and in everything. Let us enjoy the light of Christmas, the light of the baby Jesus. Each of you has a light that shines every day, everywhere. And each of you is a special child. Now watch. I will change the lights. The light of the prophets, the light of the Holy Family, the light of the shepherds, the light of the Magi, and the light of Christmas. But just like the smoke rising through the air, Christmas and its light can be with us always, in many ways, in many places, all through the year. We can keep the light of Christmas in our hearts all year long. And each of you has a light that shines every day, everywhere, all year round.
Now, I did edit that story slightly for length, but you probably still noticed there are many pauses and moments for silence while the pieces of the story are being moved. This allows the class time to fully absorb what is happening, and this is intentional, part of the style of spirit play storytelling. There's also a good chance for us adults to practice the art of waiting and anticipation as we wait for the story to unfold, just as we do with the time of Advent. I now invite you to join me in singing our centering song,